Welcome to the channel, you guys. Today I'm gonna let Adam talk about how I'm using the Hydra bucket to level out a pad for a swimming pool. Thanks for watching. Okay, Adam, go ahead and take over.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're using the CMP Hydra bucket to level out the ground for a new above ground swimming pool pad. If you've never used a Hydra bucket before, it's a really unique attachment, part bucket, part soil conditioner, and it saves a ton of time when you're grading or prepping a site like this. We'll go through each step, from rough cutting the area to fine tuning and getting that perfect, level base ready for the pool install. Before we fire up the machine, the first thing I like to do is mark out the area for the pool pad. In this case, we measured out the size of the pool and added about 2 extra feet all around, so we have room to work and set a clean edge. Then, I'll remove any debris, brush, or uneven clumps of dirt so the Hydra bucket can make clean passes. Remember, the flatter and cleaner the starting area, the better your final grade will be. Next up, I hook up the CMP Hydra bucket to the skid steer. Hydraulic lines get connected just like any other attachment. Make sure they're clean, seated properly, and the quick connects are tight. The nice thing about the Hydra bucket is you don't need high flow hydraulics. Standard flow works great. Once it's hooked up, I'll run the machine at low RPM and check that the drum spins freely before putting it under load. That's always a good safety check. Alright, now we start rough grading. I use the Hydra bucket just like a regular bucket for this first step. I'll lower the front edge to shave off the high spots, then back drag to start spreading that material across the low areas. This isn't the fine grading, yet just evening things out and getting a general slope. The goal here is to get the surface within an inch or two of level before we start using the hydraulic drum. You can see how smooth it cuts and pushes through packed soil. That AR400 steel cutting edge holds up great even in tougher ground. Once the big clumps are gone and the ground is roughly level, it's time for the Hydra bucket's real advantage, that rotating drum. I'll lower the bucket just enough for the drum to make contact with the soil and engage the hydraulics. You'll see the carbide teeth start spinning, breaking down the remaining clods and leveling the surface even more. This not only smooths the dirt, but also conditions it, which helps get a firmer, more even compaction later on. Keep your passes steady and overlap them slightly, just like mowing a lawn. The key is consistency. Don't rush the movement. Let the drum do the work. After a few passes, I'll stop and check the level with a laser or a long straight edge and a level. You'll often find a few low spots, especially if the soil was soft in certain areas. That's okay, just backfill those with nearby material and go over them again with the Hydra bucket. Because the drum is spinning, it'll blend that soil right in, keeping your grade consistent. The Hydra bucket makes it easy to fix those little imperfections without switching attachments. Now that the surface is even, I'll make a few slow, final passes with the Hydra bucket at a slightly higher drum speed. This gives the pad a nice, even texture and breaks down any leftover debris or roots. If you're preparing a pad for a swimming pool, this step really matters. You don't want lumps or loose spots that could shift under weight. Once I'm happy with how it looks, I'll come back in with a plate compactor or roller to lock it all down. That surface right there, perfectly conditioned, level, and ready for a sand or gravel base. A few quick tips before we wrap up. Always start with dry or slightly damp soil. Wet, muddy ground can gum up the drum. Make sure your bucket is flat to the ground. Too much angle and you'll dig instead of level. Keep your hydraulic flow moderate. You don't need full speed on the drum to get a great finish. And last, check and grease your fittings regularly. A well-lubed Hydra bucket runs smoother and lasts longer. And that's how I use the CMP Hydra bucket to level a swimming pool pad from start to finish. It's fast, efficient, and honestly one of the most versatile attachments I've used for grading work. If you found this video helpful, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more equipment demos, project builds, and tips from the field. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
Thank you so much, Adam, for giving us a little tour and tutorial on how we supposed to use the Hydra bucket. That was actually really good and well worded. So for clarification, Adam is an AI generated voice model that's selected to narrate the script exactly how I wrote it. So right now what I'm doing is I'm actually going to be using the straight bar right here. You can actually do this with a 2x4, and that's pretty straight, and you just put a level on top of it to make sure that the actual pad is nice and level. Because once you want to put your swimming pool on top of this pad right here, you want to make sure that everything is nice and level, so you don't have an actual section of the pad here that's actually lower than the other pad, because that's actually not good at all for the footings, because it's going to put more water towards the low side if the actual terrain is not nice and even. So once you are done with this as well, what you can do is you can actually use about a layer of sand and put it on top of the pad there, just to make sure that everything has a nice finish level to it. This process takes some time to finish up, but now that the swirl is actually nice and fluffy, it's actually really easy to move the swirl around because the Hydra bucket was able to pulverize everything. And once everything is nice and pulverized, you can just grab a little bit of the swirl there and just move it to where it needs to be filled up as you try to get the whole entire pad level. So as you can see, Johnny and I are just finishing up the edge, the final edge back there. Once we're done with that, we're gonna go ahead and start on the other half. So right now we're just trying to use the rake and just sort of move everything around just to try to get it as level as possible. And as you can see, there is still a little bit of vegetation on top there, but since all that vegetation has a little bit of dirt with it, we just decided to leave it on there. Once we are done with that, we're just gonna go ahead and use the mini skid and run over it. That vegetation there is gonna decay underneath it, but it's not gonna hurt anything. Now Johnny is simply screening the pad right there and making sure that everything is nice and level as much as possible. This is not gonna be a very big swimming pool, so it's a smaller swimming pool, but we just want it flat enough to where he can put it on top of it and the whole entire thing stays nice and flat. He's still gonna go and pick up some sand and put it on the very bottom to give it a final finish level pad. So while he's grading the rest of the dirt towards the other end of the edge, I'm just using the rake and moving everything out of the way to make it easier for him. Okay, so this is the end result. I just used the mini skid with the tracks on it and went over the area. That's why you see a lot of tracks on top of it. But to get rid of those tracks, all you can do is use the rake and slowly rake around just to make them disappear. But again, what we're gonna do is what Johnny's gonna do, he's gonna grab some sand and actually spray it on there to give it a nice finished level pad. Alright, so that was it for this job, but here's a quick look at what I did for the rest of the day once I got done with that job. I went to the landfill and disposed of all the brushes I had left at home. Looks like an easy dump right here. So this trailer right here is a 12-foot trailer. It's got two 5K axles on it, carrying about capacity of 10,000 pounds, but the safety loading capacity is 6,000 pounds on it. It's been a good trailer for me, and I added the height side 2 foot of the 24-inch of the boards on the side there to actually be able to carry more. So far this trailer's been good to me, so I can't complain. Alright, so that's it for this one. I will see you guys on the next one. It's not too bad.